Hey there, my friends. It's Sandy. I'm excited to share this one with you. I started with this card kit keeper. Wait, card keeper kit. There we go. The card keeper kit. So it comes with this awesome box that you put together, and the box has dividers, and you have enough stuff in there to make five of each of two different designs of cards. But you know me, don't tell me what to do. So I created layouts with it. And if you got one of my kits, then you've got a picture of, all of the pages and everything you need to assemble it. So you can set the um, gems aside, and then you've got a pile of words and leaves. Set those aside for now. Two of the papers in here are from, oh, what was that one? A different paper pack. I added something different, and then I also added some cardstock to it, but you've got a couple of envelopes and two cards that you're going to want to cut. Let's see, let's get our measurements for those. You want 5.5 inches wide, which is what they are, by 3.5. So you want 3.5 inch pieces here. Strike that. That was for the other page. So this one here, we want um, two, 2 3/4 and 3 inches. So 3 inches, you want, take them and twirl them because you want one of each. So you want a 2.5 or 2 3/4 by 5.5, 2 3/4 by 5.5, 3 by 5.5, 3 by 5.5. Do the same thing. It's going to feel kind of weird, but you want to do the same thing with the envelopes. So you can pull it apart and use just the longer section if you want, but you need a 3 by 5.5 and a 2 3/4 by 5.5. So get those cut. So I think it's easiest if you kind of just cut one of the sides down and get the flaps off. And now we've got two sides gone. So this one's going to be 2 3/4 by 5.5. And I already cut the 3 by 5.5. And all the rest of the envelope, we're not going to use. If you want to save it and use it for something else, you can. Same thing with the two inner pieces of the envelopes or the cards, the part that has the fold. We're not going to use that, but you could use it on something else. While we're cutting, let's cut the other page too. So just kind of lift your two white 12 by 12s up, and we'll get to two more envelopes and two more cards. Grab those. And these are the ones that we want to be 3.5 by 5.5. So 3.5, 3.5, and then same thing with both of the envelopes. And again, however you decide you want to cut this to get it down to the right size. 3. And then I could even use this piece that has the little flappies on there and cut that down to 2.5. And now I've got both of those pieces, and I can save one of my envelopes to use for something else. But that's, oh dang. Except those were both supposed to be 3.5. So hopefully you didn't follow along, because these need to be 3.5 inches each. 3.5. Still gonna work. Oh, it's not gonna work. 3.5 by 5.5 for these. And I'm gonna improvise. Oh, I'm spoiled, so I have extras. So sometimes that happens when you're doing things on live TV is you mess up, and that's all right. All right, 5.5 by 3.5. That one's good, that one's not. So that one you definitely need to use both of the envelopes for. Let me just tidy up my area here. All right, now that we've got our pieces cut, let's talk a little bit about the technique that's going on here. I used a Wink of Stella brush and I pre-filled it with some ink. So I'm going to create just a little puddle here. Make sure you shake it so that you get all the glitter in there too. All right, so I've got some Wink of Stella, and you can spritz it with a little water if you want to, or you can just take your vellum circle. I'm going to just use a piece of vellum because it works just the same. And what happens is when you smush it, you then get these fun little marks. Now let me show you how it looks different. We're going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of water, and you'll see the different look that you get when you spritz it with the water. I'm just spritzing a little water on there. And now when I do this, it gives kind of a different way that it globs together. So you can do that on your vellum. And then what I did for all the splatter marks is just took that same brush and on my white paper and, ooh, that's going to make a mess. And then up here also on the blue is I just took my brush and tapped it so that the splatters came out. Real quick, I didn't do it on any of these projects, but also fun, in addition to the vellum, is you can do the same kind of, it's called a smooshing technique. So you're just smushing the color direct onto there. Isn't that fun? We clean up my surface. So I would recommend that you go through and do that to both of the blue pieces that we cut 2 3/4 and 3 inches. So both of those and the white bases, these white bases along the bottom left corner and top left corner of 2 different pages. Then for assembly, it's actually really easy. So these are the 3-inch pieces that you're going to put down here. And then these are the 2 3/4 inch pieces that you're going to put along here. Add that blue piece to the top, then the 2-inch piece over here. You've got a full inch strip or a full 12 inches there. Here, you're going to cut it down so that it's 11. And it kind of overlaps both of those pieces. Down here, we've got the white. And what I did is I kind of covered that piece up when I did my splattering so that I wouldn't get any splatter in that white strip. It was just something fun that I did. And now as I look, it really didn't make a bit of difference. And then add your photo mats. Wait till these dry before you add them. Couple of leaves here. Happy birthday, and then all of your fun little bling. And then I went around the edge with my pen and just did double journal lines around the edge. This one to finish it up. Oh, and then the gold strip on the top there, along there. Add your photo mats depending on where your photos are going to go. Couple of little leaves, and that page is done. Super, super simple. All the fun was done in the beginning, right? And then it's easy to assemble. Then with this page, we've got, and then underneath, if you want to make your photo mats, I added a couple extra pieces of white for you. All right, so these ones, you're going to add your splatters to the whites that are 11.5 by 11.5. And those ones are going to get framed on blue. Then we've got our 3 pieces here and our 3 pieces here. So you decide which colors you want to go there. And then your mats, you've got these pink and blue layers that go one on top of another and build up these layers, are now the same width that you're going to add those to, and take your strip, cut those down to 3.5 inches each, and add those along there, top and bottom there. You've got your photos. Boom. I know. Really simple and easy to put together. Again, I went around and did the double journal pen, but that was all done with that card kit. I hope you like it. Please comment. Thanks for watching.